and welcome to episode 275 of the Small and Supercharged podcast with Ria Freeman.
Well, hello and welcome to the very first Small and Supercharged podcast of 2024. Gosh, how did we get here? I feel like I was just doing Podmas not very long ago, but still we're here now and it's exciting. So happy New Year to you. I know it'll be the third when this comes out, but it's the first time we've chatted since. So a big happy New Year to you. I hope you had a lovely Christmas, a lovely New Year. Whatever form that took. Although I do think, and I'd love your thoughts on this, there is so much pressure around having a perfect Christmas and a perfect New Year's Eve and a lovely New Year's Day. The whole thing just exhausts me. I find Christmas quite challenging anyway. There's so much to do. And I know some people are like the elf reborn. I'm not. I'm far more Grinch, as per the Podmases, but I am a lot more Grinch, and I find it really challenging to juggle everything. And obviously at the moment I'm working on my second book, which is awesome, and I'm really excited about it, but trying to juggle that along with, God, what do we have this year? Carol concerts, a Christmas sing-along. I mean, that was something. And then all the other extra admin and work and wrapping and life. And I know I'm super privileged to be in that position where I can, have the wrapping and the fun and all the excitement. But it's just a lot. So I just want to say, really, if for you Christmas and New Year isn't the most wonderful time of the year, and if you're feeling a bit meh because of it, please cut yourself some slack. I think that we get so consumed with people posting pictures about what a brilliant time they're having, and even though we know that we're seeing that highlight reel, I think it's a lot. I put up a video was it last week, about kind of 2023, because I found a really cool audio on Reels, and it was a template, and it was about the 2023 season has come to an end, and then it had your highlights, and it's lovely to look back on my phone and look at some really cool things that have happened. But I don't tend to take photographs when I'm having a really bad day, or when, I've really been pushed to the point of despair, because we don't. So we're looking at all these people's highlight reels and thinking, gosh, wow, that's exciting. Aren't they brilliant? And we don't look at our own stuff with the same lens. And I know when I posted mine, I've had some really, really lovely comments. And it was strange as well, because I think when you're in it, when you are doing the things, you kind of, I don't know, I think because you work so hard for them. So genuinely, if you do go and look at my reel, or any reel that any reel that you've done, if you go back through your camera roll, you can see these things that you achieved, and they're great, and it's really, really lovely. But also you probably worked your backside off to get them. So when they kind of arrive, I think, you're kind of a bit exhausted. I feel like I'm using the word exhausted a lot. But it doesn't quite feel as sort of, wow, that's amazing. Because it is really great, but also you've worked really, really hard to get to that point. And people don't see the graft. So please just keep that in mind. But anyway, today we're going to talk about why I'm against New Year's resolutions. Because I am. Again, this is something else I'm giving a whole lot of thought to. And I am against New Year's resolutions. I think they are probably the fastest way to make yourself feel rubbish in January. And let's be honest, the weather at the moment is making me thoroughly miserable. I don't like getting as soaked as I do every day. And I think there's enough stuff in January. People have got credit card bills. It's cold, it's dark, they have to put the heating on all the time. There's enough stuff in January to make you feel a bit meh. You don't need to be adding this to it. Now, if you're the kind of person that makes a resolution and you love a resolution and you do really well at the resolution, then you absolutely do you. But I don't like resolutions because I think they always come from a place of kind of lack, kind of that you're a bit rubbish at it. So for example, really popular resolution, want to lose weight, i.e. I'm a bit chunky at the moment. I want to drink less. Subtext, because I drink far too much at the moment. I want to do more exercise because I don't do any at the moment. So for me, it always feels like you're kind of being hit round the head by something. So you want to do a thing because you're rubbish. So I always think it's just a bit, yeah. And then I think what happens as well, I've been observing this for quite a while. So you say that you want to lose weight. So part of that, because you eat you're chunkier than you want it to be, and you eat bad things. You're going to cut out all the bad things in your life, so all the chocolate, all the things that you really love. And then you kind of fall off the wagon slightly. You have a bit of chocolate, and then it's sort of, you kind of go back to, oh, it's because I'm rubbish, I can't do this. And I just don't think that's it. I don't think it's kind. I don't think it's helpful. And I just don't think it's a very good way to go. You can completely disagree with me. This could just be the way that I work, the way that I operate. And I think as well, obviously we set a resolution, a New Year's resolution at the start of the year. And I think, as I've said, Christmas and January, New Year's can be really, really tricky for people. It's that time of year when you it's brought into sharp focus, perhaps, things in the year that have been very, very sad, heartbreaking, people lost, or people that have died, not physically lost necessarily. And I think at Christmas, all these sort of emotions are sharpened. And that can make you feel, when you go over into the new year, kind of relief that 2023 is behind you, or whatever year's behind you, but also you're not exactly bounding into the new year because of the stress, emotional stress that you have endured for the last God knows how long. I know I've said to you before, in 2012, yes, my mother died, and it was in December, and I've never really liked Christmas that much ever since. And I feel we know each other well now. So for me, I find December challenging anyway. I just find it's always kind of tinged with sadness because you have those memories of like different dates and different kind of points. And then you've got Christmas, and that's a lot. Even if it's lovely, it's a lot. And your house looks like a load of elves have just smashed it up. And then you're meant to be buoyed and excited and rested for the new year. I certainly don't feel buoyed or rested. I mean, I'm excited because I've got some really cool things coming up, but I don't feel rested at all. I feel like I could just probably sleep for a week, to be perfectly honest, but still. So that's why I don't like resolutions, but I do like a goal. I like a goal and an objective. And I know in Mastermind, we're going to be doing a whole heap more on goals this year, because there's loads of different factors that improve the likelihood of you reaching a goal. A lot of them. I've been doing a huge amount of reading and research and all sorts about this. And obviously, as I'm an ILM Level 7 coach and mentor and an NLP master coach, I've done a huge amount around this, all of this subject. And setting goals is how you achieve stuff, basically. It's how you can be strategic and deliberate in your quest for what you really, really want. So I am hugely, hugely pro goals, but you don't need to set them at the start of the new year. You can set them on the most random day of the year you want, and it still is good. And I think that just gives us a bit more breathing room as well. I've been thinking for the last sort of couple of months about things I want to achieve in 2024, and that's great. But I haven't necessarily sat down, had the time or the energy to put that down, because then what you do with a goal is you work out how you're going to get there. You do the work. Resolution, you say, I want to drink, I don't want to drink anymore. Okay, well, great. But actually, if you wanted to achieve that as a goal, you would probably need to do a bit more work on that. Is it the environment that encourages you to do that? What's your alternative? You need to do the work, not just a random thing. And the thing when we set a goal is that it's made up of lots of different parts that tick lots of boxes to help us achieve it. So for me, I'm much, much more into goals. They're also usually positive. It's about what you want to do because you want to do it, rather than what you want to do because you're rubbish, or what you don't want to do because you've messed it up. which I think is just a whole lot more positive. And the good thing as well, I think, generally with goals, is that if you want to achieve X and you've got your path marked out, if you stray a bit, it doesn't matter. You can get back on track. I think sometimes resolutions can be very much all or nothing as well. You want to eat healthily, but you had that bag of crisps, so you have failed. Whereas a goal, if you wanted to lead a more healthy lifestyle because of you could see the benefits of doing that, actually, if you strayed off the path, the whole lifestyle thing, it's a bigger goal than that. But obviously, with the goal, you would perhaps say you wanted to either lose a specific amount of weight, you wanted to do a specific amount of exercise, you wanted to have a specific number of fruits or vegetables, whatever you wanted to do. And by doing that, by adding that specificness isn't a word, specificity, whatever the word is, it just makes it a whole lot more achievable, and you can see when you're getting closer. You've got those kind of markers to knock down what you're doing and how you're doing it. So I think they're a lot more positive. I think they're more exciting. I just like them a whole lot more, and I would really urge you, if you struggle with the resolution concept, or if you're listening to this and it's already burnt in flames in front of you, you're not alone there. You're not alone at all. Then I would urge you to consider goals instead and making it on your terms. Do what you want to do. Now, as I've just said, in Mastermind, which is my membership group, if you hop over to riafreemanpr.co.uk, there is Small and Supercharged Mastermind on the top. We have monthly mindset masterclasses, a brilliant one this month from Tracy Cole, all about actually resolutions, but it's a lot deeper than what we're chatting about now. She's not as ranty either. And a lot of different ideas and concepts. That's our mindset masterclass for this month. We also have marketing masterclasses. We have meta trainings. Each month we have weekly lives, which are Q&A or coaching calls, depending on how you want to use them. Opportunities, all sorts. And I'm going to make a lot more about goals this year, because to me, I think that's a game changer. And I think that is what makes the difference. If you want some accountability, if you want someone to help you achieve your goals, it's not just me, it's the amazing community. Do check it out, or ping me a DM and I will do my best to help you. And before I leave you, it's just a short one. We've got some really, really cool podcast lineup this year, I have to say. I've got some amazing ones coming out very, very soon. And we've got a lot in store for the next, over 12 months, to be honest. I've been doing things for 2025. So, we've got a lot of really cool things to come. But I wanted to make sure this wasn't too long, because, maybe you're still juggling. Maybe you've still got the children at home. I have. Maybe you're still trying to get back into the swing of going to work, or whatever's going on for you. Putting the blooming Christmas decorations away. Let's not get into my to-do list. But I wanted to say as well, with goals, if you are setting a goal, don't limit yourself. There are huge things that are possible for all of us if we are strategic about it, if we look at what we're doing, if we break it down, if we understand the goal, if we put those stepping stones in to help us achieve it, and if we put the time in. Because we think, we've got to achieve it by the end of this year. Well, some goals, some dreams take a whole lot longer than a year to achieve. Actually, some can be done in a week, some can be done in a day, but also some can take years and years and years. So don't limit yourself. You can reverse engineer it, you can go back, you can break it down, you can make it so that you may have your massive goal or your big vision for years and years ahead of you, but you start taking steps today. And that's the beauty of a goal. When you've done the work, and you need to do the work, otherwise you're not going to get there, you're chipping off bits of it all the time. And I think that is super, super exciting. So that's why I'm not for resolutions, but I am much more for goals. I would love your thoughts on this. Head over to Instagram. I'm at Ria Freeman PR over there. Are you pro resolutions? Are you pro goals? You can be either. We are all welcome. Come and let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. If you want some help with the goals, I said, do head over to Mastermind, or just send me a direct message or an email, and I'll do my best to help you and to talk through how we might be able to work together through Mastermind. Have a great January. Well, I'll be catching up with you really, really soon. But I hope the first week of January is going well for you and you've been eased into January nicely. Have a good one, take care, and we will speak soon. Bye.